Welcome to Wealth of Useless Knowledge, where we dive into some fun and entertaining topics. You're sure to learn something new here, and maybe even have a laugh or two. Now let's get into today's video. If you love learning new things just for the sake of learning, then you're in the right place. I mean, the channel isn't called A Wealth of Useless Knowledge for nothing. Whether you love playing trivia games, are in school, or are one day hoping to land yourself on a game show like Jeopardy, it can never hurt to know some of these things, as learning just for the fun of it is something we should never lose, no matter how old we are. In this video, we'll be diving into 10 utterly useless but undeniably entertaining facts. So buckle up, because it's time to expand your wealth of useless knowledge. If you've ever pulled up to the gas station only to remember that your gas cap is actually on the opposite side from the way you pulled in, well then welcome to the club. The arrow next to the gas can on your dashboard, though, is a design feature placed there as a perpetual reminder of which side your gas cap is on. During the holiday season, one of the things many of us use a lot of is foil. Whether or not it's covering up food to keep it warm or packing up that delicious to-go plate after the holiday party.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
If you've ever struggled with finding where the foil starts to rip it off, then here's a tip. The perforations on the side of the aluminum foil box is to stop the roll from rolling around, saving you the time of having to take the foil out to find your last stopping point. We use computers all the time, and if you've ever wondered what those tiny lines are on the letters F and J on the keyboard, well, here you go. Those tiny ridges are there as a marker for where to place your index fingers on the keyboard, allowing you to easily access all of the letters and making typing faster. For those of you who aren't typing and prefer to write, have you ever noticed that little hole in the pen cap? The hole in the pen cap is designed for safety, as if in the worst case scenario the cap were to be swallowed, you'd still have a way to breathe until medical aid is rendered. Beyond the safety feature, the hole in the pen caps also help to regulate air pressure, making taking the cap on and off the pen easier. Who knew? The creation of Kleenex tissues as we know them were inspired by the shortage of gas mask filters that occurred during World War I. As a result, a company by the name of Kimberly-Clark created thin disposable tissues designed to place inside of the masks to use as filters. The thin tissues would later expand to become a consumer-based product used to remove makeup and cold creams. People began to find several other uses for them, like blowing your nose, and thus the Kleenex brand was born. The Kleenex brand would ultimately get its name by combining the prefix clean to denote the cleansing nature of the product, while pairing it with the suffix X to denote that it was a part of the Kotex brand's family of products. Speaking of Kleenex, cold and flu season is upon us, and beside needing tissues, one of the best ways to fight a cold is with a cup of hot lemon and honey tea. And if you've ever gone to your pantry to grab some honey and noticed it looks like it's well past its prime, just know that it's not actually expired.
What?
That's right, y'all. Honey apparently doesn't spoil. The date on honey is actually just a best by date rather than an expiration date. It denotes nothing more than a suggested time frame for use to enjoy it at its best possible quality. Although honey may darken, crystallize, lose aroma, or even color over time, consuming it past the date on the packaging is widely known to be safe. This is reportedly due to honey having low water content and a high acidity, which makes it an unfriendly environment for bacteria to thrive. As for the recommended time to keep honey, the USDA considers the ideal storage time to be up to 13 months. But if you decide to use it beyond that time frame, the safety of it should be no concern. So hey, if you have some old honey you're debating on using or tossing, maybe give it a try. When many of us think of unicorns, we think of a mythical creature with one horn flying through rainbows and stuff. But did you know that unicorns are actually the national animal of Scotland? The longest word in the English language is pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanosis.
What the heck?
And this word is used to describe a lung disease caused by inhaling silica dust from volcanic ash. You may have noticed that you rarely ever see purple in hardly any country's flag, and there's good reason for this. Historically, the color purple has been seen as a sign of royalty. This is due to the fact that purple dye was very difficult and expensive to attain back in the day, as the dye was a natural one often made from the mucus of a rare sea snail. Because of this, it wasn't cost effective to be used as a country's flag, and mass producing the flags would be quite an expensive feat. So purple was a dye reserved only for the most wealthy. In modern times, though, we do have a broad availability of a variety of synthetic dyes, so this is no longer the case. Even still though, purple is a color you rarely see in flags, as there's only a handful of countries that incorporate it at all, and even when it is incorporated, it's usually only in a small amount. Last fact on this list, and certainly not least, is a fact about a spice. Not that spice, this one. Saffron. Did you know that saffron is the most expensive spice in the world? Genuine saffron reportedly costs on average $9,000 per pound.
Damn!
As for why it's so expensive, well, it has to do with the fact that it's extremely difficult and labor-intensive to harvest, as each flower must be meticulously hand-picked in order to keep the spice intact, and it takes anywhere from 300 to 500 individual threads, also known as stigmas, just to attain 1 gram of saffron. Crazy, right? Now there's tons more interesting facts out there, but I'm gonna stop here because I really want to hear from you guys. Did you learn something new today? And was there one fact in particular that really had you scratching your head? Let me know. Also, let me know what you'd like me to do a video on next. If you found this video educational or entertaining, it would be
delightful. Really delightful.
if you would like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more content.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
As always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, keep learning.